both teams getting their final warm-ups in as we welcome you back to the MLB pregame show. First pitch of Game 2 in our series is right around the corner. But before we turn that corner, here is our Topps player spotlight. Christian Flash is in that spotlight, and he made a little history in his last game by being one of a small list of players to hit 4 home runs in a single contest.
Yeah, he had the whole baseball world buzzing after that performance, and for good reason. You know, you'll see guys get 2 or 3 home runs in a game now and then, but 4? That's truly rare. In fact, only 16 guys in history had hit 4 in a major league game. And just to put that in perspective, there have been 23 perfect games, and that feat is usually thought of as one of the rarest achievements in baseball. Obviously, a performance to remember, and I guess we'll see how he follows it up in this one.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. Coverage now of Saturday Night Baseball as we welcome you to Target Field in Minneapolis. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game interleague series between the Miami Marlins and the Minnesota Twins. It's time for Twins baseball. Next. Christian Flash will stand in now, and I'm going to guess he won't see the kind of pitches he was seeing last night when he hit 4 home runs.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Yoshida ranging back, still going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
You think he knew the fastball was coming? Look, he jumps all over this thing. Nearly got it out of here as you see it hit off the wall, and he's not stopping going around second. He'll make it all the way into third with a triple.
Marcell Ozuna will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And EK, we take a look at the Twins as they begin play here tonight. They have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. Yoshida on the move. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. No damage done after the 2-out triple. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Steve Alley will get his first shot now, and he's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out. Twins are down on 4 pitches. After 1, no score. Christian Flash digs in here, hit a triple his first time around.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
Hot shot on the ground is short, and that's through for a hit.
And this guy's had his way with him so far, so maybe this is the way to change things up. Maybe go into attack mode up there. Kind of get the sense that they've been a little too passive, so this is a nice first pitch single.
Into the box now, Marcell Ozuna. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
I got 2
now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Hughes comes set. Here's the 2-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Lifted in the air to center field. Tejera moves over. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. On to first, and they get the double play. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 0-0. Darryl Stapleton in now, popped out in his first trip. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Flash has it in his sights, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Kenny's Vargas comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Hit in the air out to right. Flash is there, and it takes just 1 pitch to retire the leadoff man in the home half of the 5th.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Eduardo Nunez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Driven to right field and deep. Flash ranging back, but he can't. It's off the wall. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is...
Striding into the box, Christian Flash. He singled his last time up. Hit hard back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Yeah, not a lot of offense to go around for these guys so far. It's just their 3rd hit of the ball game, but at least this one's an extra base hit and goes for a double.
Marcell Ozuna will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Grichuk is there to make the catch, and now they may have the runner caught off a second. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. An opportunity. Adrian Baez will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Runners off for second. High in the air out towards shallow right. Flash giving chase, and that retires the side. Twins wind up stranding 1. They lead it 4-0. Eduardo Nunez digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Line softly toward the hole, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 4-0. Good night from Minneapolis.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Twins.
And in a tie ball game late, they're going to make a move here as we'll see a pinch runner come on at first base. So a runner at first now with nobody out, and set to stand in the ultra dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. And he misses with it, ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now.
And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look, you're going to have to fish for something because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
This is blistered into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 5-4 game.
Up next for the Marlins.
Well, that's a big base hit for him right there. That drives in the go-ahead run. He's fired up down there at first, and I'm sure his dugout is even more fired up.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Marlins win it 5-4. So long from Minneapolis.
That was our final line score for this afternoon. First for the victorious.
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 4 to begin the week between the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's gone deep 5 times in the last 10 ball games. Clearly, he's seen the ball really well right now.
Justin Masterson, a native of Jamaica, is the man to start on the mound in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, you see the ERA there. Not anything that's going to jump out, but he has been dependable and gives his ball club a chance to win.
Christian Flash will stand in for the first time with gaudy numbers here in the month as you see him there. Masterson sets. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Borges is there. 2 down. With that, a look at the batting order for the Marlins. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. He's been on an absolute tear lately, hitting over 500 in his last 10 ball games. The baseball must...
Matt Adams will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. Hope for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back at Busch Stadium right after this. Christian Flash stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Line drive to left. Cespedes is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Adeiny Echeverria is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Grounded to third. Werner comes up with it. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Christian Flash steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys, because kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
Hot shot down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading off the inning.
Well, you know what? You got to like the hustle, but you've also got to know your outfielder's arms out there. This never had a shot of succeeding, and he gets caught running himself into a pretty avoidable out.
Into the box, Matt Adams. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But, hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad, because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
Hit on the ground to short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they're giving you the run on a ground ball. So he just takes it.
TJ Schultz steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. Shows bunt as he gets this one down. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
Now batting, catcher.
Standing in a perfect 4 for 4 so far, Peter Borges. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. And not in time as the 2nd run scores. Christian Flash stands in. He was hosed at 2nd trying to stretch a base hit into a double in his last at-bat.
You know what? I'm not sure if that was on him or the first base coach, but it obviously didn't work out. It took a good throw to get him, though.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Drilled down the line. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Giancarlo Stanton gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And that misses for ball 4. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Robert Werner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Echeverria for one. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Stick around because Jason Hayward will lead things off when we come back. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. St. Louis is out in front, 7-1. And there is Jason Hayward. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
These guys have swung the bat extremely well in this one. They have to be careful, though, about getting comfortable. Still have to make every at-bat count.
And taking it out there for the first out. And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Peter Borges. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, seemed like everything he touched turned to gold. He winds up with 5 hits in the game. Without question, a standout performance.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 7-1.
7 runs on 16 hits.
With the Gateway Arch welcoming us in the background, a look at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. The finale of this 4-game set between the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, they have to keep hitting the ball in the gaps. I mean, they're near the top of
Christian Flash will stand in for the first time with gaudy numbers here in the month as you see him there. Drilled to the right side. Wong has it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Miami down in order, and now the Cardinals get their first shot at it here. Peter Borges strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. And here's a ball hit in the air. Solano has got it, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We've played 2 full. The Marlins on top, 1-0. Christian Flash has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
Catch is made near the line. Here comes the runner from third. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
And with 1 out and the bases loaded, this isn't the worst thing that could happen to you if you're out there on the mound. They do give up 1 run with the sacrifice fly, but with 2 outs now, they're much closer to avoiding what could have been a huge inning.
Colton Wong will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
And you know, guys, I just love the way he went the other way with that. Now I'm interested to see if he has a similar approach in this at-bat.
Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Flash, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. They're still down. It's 2-0. Christian Flash will stand in. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time. Liner toward right center. Hayward is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Mike Zunino is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
And he can't track it down as this ball falls. The throw home, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
It's been a while since these guys last hit the scoreboard. Remember, they got shut out the last time they took the field, but finally, they push a run across here on the RBI single.
Leading off the inning, Matt Adams, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Flash giving chase. One down.
Well, only 3 strikeouts for him in the ball game, but when you got that slow stuff keeping guys off balance, you don't need to rely on strikeouts.
Christian Flash will stand in here. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. Hot shot on the ground to short. Backhanded on to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
Yeah, and I don't know what he's doing going down the line. I mean, I love hustle as much as the next guy.
Matt Adams steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. High and deep to straightaway right. Flash ranging back. And this one is gone. A home run. It's a long solo homer there off the bat of Matt Adams. And with it, the Cardinals have come back to even things at 2.
That great work he'd done on the mound, well, it just got undone on one swing. He's gone from being in total control to we got ourselves a tie ball game.
Jason Hayward gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. He's set. Here's the 2-2. This is in the air out to right. Flash sprinting after it. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a 2-out double.
Yeah, real good extension on the...
So coming to the plate, Colton Wong digs in, needing a 2-out hit to walk this one off.
Yeah, and these are the moments that you just have to love about baseball. This is a big-time duel coming at you right now.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Flash is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means free baseball here this afternoon. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, and we are tied 2-2. Christian Flash will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first. The tag, and he is cooked at first.
Boy, I'm not sure what.
TJ Schultz brings his bat to the plate now to get the bottom of the 11th underway.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Flash on the move, makes the play, 1 away.
You know, once you get into extra innings, every fly ball here makes you go, whoo. But this one didn't have a whole lot behind it, so we're going to keep on playing.
Christian Flash will stand in to start out the 12th inning of play, and it starts to become a war of attrition once you've reached this point in the ballgame.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where there's some really tired legs out there on both sides. The bullpens have been working overtime. Heck, even the announcers are starting to get a little bit hoarse.
There to take it is Borges, one away.
Quick outs are the key at this point in the ball game. Save your bullets. You never know how far you're going to have to go.
In the air, out to right. Flash is in pursuit, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Marlins win. From downtown Atlanta, we welcome you to baseball from Turner Field. Tonight, the opener of a three-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. Christian Flash will stand in for the first time with gaudy numbers here in the month, as you see him there. Drilled right back up the middle to second for one, and a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. No, Braves will get Christian Flash will be the batter. 0-for-1 here in the early going.
Christian Flash.
Teron gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Hit high and deep out to left. Kane going back, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 9 on the year, as the Marlins have rallied back to tie it at 2 apiece.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but
Freddie Freeman will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be all well and putting some decent swings on it.
Right side. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Boy, as a hitter, you know you're hoping.
Andrelton Simmons will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Grounded to short. Holt gloves it on to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. In now, Julio Teheran. He got called out on strikes his last time through. The 1-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Solano scoops it up. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Christian Flash will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Line drive to left. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number one.
You can't underestimate how important a start this is when your team's on a losing streak. He has been phenomenal. That's all.
Lorenzo Cain gets things started here in the sixth for the hometown team.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
And when things are going well,
Christian Flash will step in now in a big spot here with runners on.
keep in mind, he's got a home run here already. If he gets a hold of another one, he could tie up his ball game.
Simmons on to first, and how about that for an entrance? One pitch, 2 outs, and the inning is over. So 2 innings stretched. Coming to the plate now, Gerardo Parra. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far. Needs the triple to complete a cycle. He's got it. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. One left for stop by 3. Chris Johnson steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Hit out towards second. Solano fields it cleanly, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So nothing happening this time around. We've played 8 full. It's the Braves 8 and the Marlins 5. Back here in the ATL with baseball on the show. Set to go in the 9th from Turner Field. Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
Score for our ball game tonight.
So that's a wrap here tonight.